Hello, peoples. My name is Mikołaj Maria Davidowski, rocking that beautiful beach in Thailand. I absolutely love this climate. It gets a little too warm during the day, but I'm loving it, loving every moment of it. You gotta ground yourself. You gotta really, really be grounded at all times. There's a very big problem right now with a lot of people going into spirituality and shooting themselves out, either by the use of drugs or through exercises, and they shoot themselves out more and more and more, but they're not grounded. And the problem with that is, if you're not grounded and you shoot yourself out into other dimensions, you're like a cloud of energy out there, sort of being carried by the wind and by the wave, you know? And what happens is it becomes quite hard. First of all, it's not easy to navigate different dimensions, because as you go through dimensions, up becomes down, down becomes up, and sideways becomes up, and all sorts of weird things start happening as you maneuver through the dimensions. That's why the body starts going in like weird motions, repeating them, because we're navigating different spaces, you know? And when you're just these clouds floating away somewhere out there, it's really hard to come back. And the problem with being not grounded, you may even see your body as a limitation. You may see it as a prison. One of the good examples of being ungrounded is when you talk and people don't understand what you're talking about. You talk basic things, you're trying to make a small talk, basically, and people don't understand you completely. They don't have a clue what you're on about. It's a good indication that you're not grounded. If you don't feel your body, if you do not feel sensations of the body strongly, if you cannot feel sand in your fingers, a little too high, if you cannot feel, there should be better, yeah, if you cannot feel the little things, if you do not feel your feet, if you do not feel your heartbeat, if you don't feel your breath, if you just don't have an awareness of your body, then there is a very high chance you're not grounded and you don't even know about it. You gotta be present in the body, feeling it, every minute touch, every tiny caress, every sensation, heartbeat. Sitting here, something happens. Did my heartbeat increase? Or did it slow down? Or is it exactly the same? Am I taking my breath in through the nose or out through the mouth? Or am I breathing in and out through the mouth, for example? You gotta be aware of your body and you gotta be strongly in the body. Are you taking care of your body? You know? Like, I have a friend. She went to quite a bad place. She went really deep into spirituality really quickly, and then she started going to Breatharianism, and she went too quickly, let's just say, and she didn't ground herself at all. And what happened was she took some mushrooms as a way to progress, and she tried to commit suicide, because whilst under the psychedelic influence and being already so far away from the body, she started perceiving the body as a prison that was holding her back from being her true self. Not very pleasant, not very nice. She was found in the river, but thankfully she survived. Thankfully. And I hope that wherever she is right now, I have no contact with her, but wherever she is, I hope she found her light. Found their light. And so, don't be like that. Don't. Your physical body, whoops, hit the cable there. Your physical body is given to you as a toy to play with, so to speak. I'm using a metaphor. You have to look, it's a temple. After it, to the best of your ability, because it's what allows you to be you. It what allows you to be here, having physical experiences and exploring the self. And this is what it's all about. Exploring the self. Exploration of the self for the sake of exploration of the self. It's that easy. But you need the body for it. You need to ground yourself. And you need to learn how to do things properly. And learn to do them through God. Not through spirits, not through going to dimensions and other places. No. God will show you the way. God will guide you. He will provide for you. He'll teach you so many things. Like, I learned so many things from God about spirituality that I was never even aware it existed. And one day he was just like, yeah, now I'm going to teach you this. Or even more, went through the process, and as soon as the process finished, the God was like, yeah, by the way, this is this, and now you got it. Because you went through the process and you got it now. You can go and use this. And, okay, it's like, sure, whatever. Most of the times I don't touch these tools at all, because why would I? It's not for me. It's for the people. And when the right time comes, I will use them in the right way. But I shouldn't be playing around with these tools. They are holy, divine things. And if I just go around playing with them, I'm gonna corrupt them. This is why I need to make sure I only interact with them through God. And not through my willy-nilly ones. As I call them, the false ones. Because there are true ones and there are false ones. True desires and false desires. Gotta stay grounded. It's easy to stay grounded. If you're really ungrounded, if you're really out there flying somewhere, eat meat. It really does ground you. It really brings you down into the body. It really does. It's a really good grounding tool. Do physical exercise. Not some yoga to get you more spiritual. And no, yoga, unity, yoga means to unite. So these are spiritual practices that make you more ungrounded if you don't do them correctly. There are certain yoga exercises for grounding, yes, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to establish yourself in a physical body. And usually when people get into yoga, they have this intention or perception that they're doing this in order to become more spiritual. And then even if you're doing the grounding exercise, if you're doing it in order to become more spiritual, you're not grounding yourself. You're not gonna have results. It's just like with the gym. You can go to the gym and work out and lift weights and make steady progress, or you can go to the gym and do exactly the same bullshit without any proper technique or anything, and after 3 months still be in the same place. But you've put in the time. What is wrong? There has to be something wrong with this exercise. But your technique was off, the weight wasn't right, your diet wasn't right, you're thinking about computer games whilst you were exercising. You don't even know, they were like doing chest right now. What you doing? Oh, I'm doing chest. Yeah, 1 kilo. It's like, it's just heavy enough for me. You put it down. Oh, what a workout! I worked out so nicely. Like, wow, wow. Don't even remember it. You know. And it's the same with this. You have to be present in the things that you do, and you need to know why you do these things. You need to ground yourself so you're fully in the body. You need to be aware of the body. It's a beautiful, beautiful vehicle we're given. It allows us to explore the senses. Like the moment you go beyond the body, none of that exists, and you don't get to experience any of these wonderful, beautiful sensations of touch, of smell, of sight, of hearing. You know, you don't get to taste things. You don't get to experience the cold, the warmth, these things that exist out there. So this is a really, really big blessing. It is a great blessing that cannot be expressed more enough. It is an infinite act of compassion that God is doing for us, that He's allowing us to explore ourselves in physical space. And it's sort of codependent. He is out there making His sacrifice, being out there. That's His sacrifice, so that we can be here exploring and enjoying ourselves and playing all these games. So grounding. What can you do to ground yourself? I already mentioned eat meat. Exercise. Exercise so that you become aware of your body and you become grounded. Have a walk in nature. Walk barefooted on grass, on the ground, in the forest. You know, eat a lot of nuts. Nuts are very good and grounding. Get in touch with the body, you know? Once you ground yourself properly, there becomes a possibility. When you're already connected with God, what happens is you can go to other dimensions, but you take the body with you. Because the body is not a prison. The body is a vehicle. It is a very, very beautiful vehicle. It's like a spaceship. And you can walk through dimensions with your body. And things get really wacky when you start doing that. These are the possibilities that I'm trying to show you. It is up to you to decide if you wish to explore them. But as I always said, first establish yourself in truth. Capital T, truth. That's one of the names of God. God has many names. Truth is one of them. The light. The Almighty. The Father. There are many different names. Establish yourself in the light. Establish yourself in truth. And then, through God, do things. Because God is going to allow you to do anything. If you want to go through all of the dimensions, millions and millions of different dimensions, if you want to go through all of them, just ask God to guide you, to show you the way, to do it, to let you do it. And He will. He will make a way, and you're going to go and do it, and you're going to have a blast. You're going to have a journey, you're going to go off, you're going to explore, interact with all these beings and things, but you're going to be protected. You are going to be guided, you're going to be protected, you're going to meet the right things at the right time, and you're going to be shown the way so that you don't get lost infinitely within those corridors of existence. And it's not something you do on the mental plane. You need to have your body, mind, and spirit perfectly aligned as one. They need to be one thing. You need to think, say, and act in unison, in perfect unity. See, unity is something we're going to explore later down the line. We're in duality, so everything is in every direction, so you're sending energy in every direction. And then eventually, once you start mastering yourself, you start to unify different things, and everything becomes one thing. The process of unification with God. What a beautiful day it is. And with that, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Wash yourself, go into nature, exercise. Really intensive physical exercise is great. Eat grounding food, nuts, meat. It's easy. The body is your greatest asset that you've got. It is the best thing you could have ever been given. Do not give up on it. Just like your mind, it could be your best friend or it could be your worst enemy. And you gotta learn to love it, and you gotta learn to accept it, and then you gotta learn to work with it. Don't try to be a master of your body, like a master-slave relationship. No, you gotta learn to be aligned with the body. You need to understand how the body works, so you can do things with it. If I want to raise my arm, the body does that for me. I do not have to engage thinking processes of how do I contract the muscle. I just do it. And just like that, I know that I can't twist my fingers this way. I can pull them back a little, but I can't make them down this way. So I shouldn't get angry at the body that I cannot perform this with the body. Yes, you could ask God to do this for you, because God transcends the body and He can make the body do everything. But you will figure that out on your own. Because once you establish yourself in God, God will teach you. He will show you things. You won't need any of this stuff. And then you can come over and we can have fun together. Blessings be upon you, my friend. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay grounded. Stay connected with nature. Look after yourself, my friend. You are worthy of it. You're really worth it. And I believe in you, and I believe in your inner strength. You can persevere and get out of the situation you're in and change it for much, much better. You'll be surprised how much better things can get. Leave a like for me, would you? I'd be grateful. I'd be really, really happy, as you can see, just at the thought of it. Consider subscribing, because there's a lot more content coming this way. My plan for this year is to make at least 150 videos. So I'm on the right track. And see you next one. Bye.